and he was 5 years older than Emily. This made me realize she preferred older men. I observed him discreetly and was impressed by his solid features and calm demeanor. However, I noticed Daniel was glancing at me repeatedly. I wondered if he had something he wanted to say to me or if something about me concerned him. Or was it just a coincidence? This question lingered in my mind. I quickly checked my clothing and hairstyle for any issues but found nothing wrong. Perhaps realizing that staring at me was impolite, Daniel quickly averted his eyes. In the end, we couldn't understand why he was observing me so closely. Still, Mike and I decided not to worry about it and continue to introduce ourselves and converse with Emily and Daniel, who were sitting across the table from us. "Please take good care of my younger sister," was a classic phrase exchanged, and Mike responded with a smile, "Emily, I'm entrusting you to him." With this, Mike entrusted Emily's future happiness to Daniel, creating a warm atmosphere at the gathering and easing the initial tension of our first meeting. There was a moment when Mike asked Daniel a question he was curious about. "Daniel, may I ask where you work?" I was very interested in his answer and listened attentively. Daniel answered proudly, "You might have heard of it. I work at Tea Company, which is growing rapidly right now." "Tea Company?" I asked. "Is that a famous game development company?" "Yes, that's right," Daniel replied. "I actually changed jobs to work there last year. I didn't leave my previous job because I disliked it. Tea Company directly scouted me because they valued my skills, so this is like a promotion." "Don't worry, I didn't start as a regular employee," he explained. Hearing this, Mike and I were amazed. I widened my eyes in surprise, and our eyes met. Seeing our reactions, Daniel seemed convinced his story had impressed us and continued to speak with even more pride. "That's why I would like you to trust me completely with Emily. I'm rapidly climbing the career ladder at Tea Company and progressing faster than most. Even though I started as a regular employee, my salary will quickly increase, and my position in the company will improve rapidly, so please rest assured," Daniel said. Hearing his words, I was so surprised that I was at a loss for words. Tea Company is very famous, and I'm well aware of it. Mike must also know of Tea Company, however, he doesn't work there, so he might not know all the insider information. I think both Emily and Mike are aware that Tea Company has a great reputation in the industry. However, it seemed like neither of them had imagined that her fiancé Daniel would quickly rise through the ranks at Tea Company after joining. I never imagined that Daniel's career was progressing so quickly. There were parts of his story that made me feel a bit uneasy, but I decided to believe him when he talked about being recruited by Tea Company and climbing the career ladder at an incredible pace. As our conversation shifted away from work topics, I eagerly asked Daniel and Emily about how they first met. They said they were introduced by a mutual friend. Daniel was looking for a life partner but didn't like attending matchmaking events, so he met Emily through a trusted friend. Emily was interested in having a boyfriend but wasn't actively looking, so she agreed to meet Daniel when a friend suggested it. "I really love how Daniel makes me smile," Emily shared. "His slightly awkward but adorable side really captures my heart." As they shared their feelings with us, it was as sweet as sugar. Even though we weren't eating anything sweet, their close bond and deep affection for each other were very clear. However, there was something that bothered me. As they were leaving our house, Mike and I walked them to the front door. Daniel started talking to Emily about bringing rice and other gifts. Then, while standing a bit apart, Daniel approached me and suddenly asked, "Hey, do you perhaps not remember me?" I tilted my head in surprise at his unexpected question. "Do you really not remember me?" he asked again, sounding a bit skeptical. I couldn't recall anyone named Daniel from my past. He was handsome, but no specific memories came to mind. Seeing me trying hard to remember, Daniel sighed slightly, unable to hide his disappointment. You can watch the second part by pressing share and more.